10 with Chris Cox at the Equine Journal booth. Be sure to check out Chris Cox's poster in our October issue. And we have a few questions that we're going to ask Chris that came from our readers, things that girls want to know about Chris. Chris, what kind of music do you listen to?
Well, I like Western music, cowboy music, and then on the other end, I like kind of like rock music.
Like rock?
Yeah. So I'm not a country music. It's okay. It's kind of monotonous for me, but I like the hardcore or the other 70s and 80s rock.
What brand of boots do you wear?
I wear a custom-made boot. I've got a real funny foot, so they're custom-made by M.L. just to fit my foot because I've got a real high instep. It's very, very hard for me to buy boots off the shelf like this. And then I customize them for my spur, where they sit on my spur, my heel, for riding and stuff. So, I live in my boots, so I very, very seldom wear tennis shoes unless I jog.
Yeah. Good. What hat size and what kind of hat do you wear?
I wear a American Hat Company makes my hats, and this is a Pure Beaver. It's actually a 7, size 7.
What is your favorite non-horse hobby? What do you do when you're not horsing around?
My non-horse hobby. Well, that's tough because everything is related around on. Every once in a while, I will go snowboarding. Once a year, I like to snowboard.
Now, where do you do that? Because obviously you're not doing that in Texas.
Yeah, but I travel all the time. So, I've snowboarded in Utah, Montana, Colorado, North Carolina one time, all over the place, Canada.
Chris needs to come to New England, because then he'll find out what snowboarding really is.
There you go.
Tell us what your favorite either tack or apparel is. Favorite thing you've got.
On the line that I sell? Tack or apparel. I like the vests that we have. And I like the headset, the bridle headsets that we got with my bit on it. It works good for me. And people ask me, what do I recommend? I recommend what I use because it fits me, it works for me. There's a lot of good products out on the market, but when I started doing this 20-something years ago, I made a note to myself that I wouldn't sell junk. I want to sell good equipment, it's quality equipment, and my name stands behind it, so that's important.
Okay, so when you leave all this and you take a vacation to kick back, where do you go?
Well, for one, I don't take a vacation to kick back. I've actually, even though this is my last on-the-road tour for the end of the year, but I go home and get ready for another clinic next week, so it always seems to be...
The wife must say, you've got to go on vacation.
What we try to do, Brenda, is we try to include a vacation with what we do. The thing about it is, I love what I do. The people, and a lot of people, it gets very draining at times, but I love being around horses, and that's my life. And I was told years ago, pick something I love, and I'll never work a day in my life. And it's true. If you have a passion for it, it's everything.
And that's very true, because we can tell you at Equine Journal that we love what we do every day. How did you meet your wife?
It's kind of personal. Well, she worked for me. She was from California and came and worked at my ranch for a couple of years. And in the summertime, we worked at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and she's a good hand with a horse, and she never complained. And I thought, it's pretty special. We're very fortunate to have 2 beautiful kids. I'm very lucky man.
So my last question is, what's your dream for your children?
My dream for my children is to grow up in a peaceful world, grow up in a world surrounded by animals and be able to carry on it would be great if they could carry on my work that I'm doing here and helping people and horses, and that'd be fantastic. I want them to have choices in the world. I want to be able to make a difference in the world, the people and the horses, and hopefully this country will turn itself around and be more polite. We're losing the traditional family traditions and politeness and respect. And I want to implement that in my kids. It may be old-fashioned, but I think that's what we're losing in this country. We need to get it back. Most people understand it. If you got animals, you understand respect and the hard work and all those things that go along. And I think children need to be taught that today in schools.
Great. Well, Chris, thank you very much for visiting us today.
Appreciate it.
And that's a wrap up from the Equine Affair 2010.